Hi, and welcome to this new episode. Now, you might be wondering how you can choose the best song that fits your voice type so that you can make your voice shine while singing. Well, in this episode, I've got you covered with the exact strategy that I use for choosing songs that fit my voice. So let's dive into it. Hi, my name is Maggie, the founder of the Singing Insiders, in which I help passionate singers just like yourself become the best version of themselves through what they love doing most, which is singing. And in these episodes, you're going to get practical tools, techniques, exercises, and insights around singing to really up-level your singing skills. So let's look at what it takes to choose the right song that fits your voice type. Now, in order to truly get this, you need to understand some common mistakes and misconceptions that many beginner singers tend to have or tend to make. And the first one is believing that you're either a high note singer or a low note singer. And think of those common labels that you might hear like, oh, you're a soprano, or you're a bass, or you're a tenor, or you're an alto. Those are labels that are oftentimes given to someone in a choir or maybe beyond. And many beginner singers, they receive that label, or they've heard about that label, and then they put themselves in a box. They're like, okay, if I'm a soprano, I need to fix in this box. And then obviously many beginner singers then believe that nothing else is possible for them, especially if you label yourself as an alto or soprano. I've had numerous singers that I worked with, and they tell me, I'm an alto, I cannot sing the high notes. Well, is that really true though? So once that you're aware that these are the things that, might be going through your head at times, that's where we can shift those things and get into the world of the trained singer, because that's where I want to get you. And the trained singer, they know that the truth is, it doesn't matter what label you might have received in the past. No, what does matter is finding ways to make what you want to sing fit your voice. So, how can you choose a song that fits your voice the best? Well, here's the clue, and it might be a little anticlimax, but the clue is that you make it fit your voice. Let me explain. Singing is about joy, right? We all love to sing because it brings us joy. Can we agree on that? Now, most often, you will feel joy when you're actually liking the songs that you're singing. True? Yes or no? So, for example, if I dream to sing a song by Whitney Houston, for example, but for some reason I can't, maybe the high notes are too high, maybe the rhythm goes too fast and I'm running out of breath, whatever the reason might be, I cannot sing that song. Well, I probably will not have a lot of joy singing that song, right? So the key here is, first of all, to choose the songs that you love to sing. So if you want to be able to sing Whitney Houston, go with the Whitney Houston song. And then how we can make it fit your voice, that's the next step. But if you want to sing Whitney Houston, and because it seems too hard, you're choosing to sing, Amy Winehouse, which has its challenges also, but that's another conversation. You're not singing the song that you want, and instead you're choosing something else that might not bring you the joy that you're after. So the key here is, first of all, to look at what is the song that you want to sing, that your heart desires to sing. And then we can look at how can we make this happen. Okay? But that's step number one. Step number one is doing what you love to do and not let yourself be limited by labels you might have received in the past. Oh, I'm an alto, so I cannot sing that Whitney Houston song. No, that's not true at all. let's not limit ourselves by those labels that someone decided to put on us. Anything is possible. And you might say, Maggie, you're way too positive about this. I really cannot sing those high notes. And I am very positive about this because I've seen that be true time and time again, not only for myself, but for the singers that I work with. I teach them how to sing whatever they want to sing using the right vocal techniques. So let's look at, now that you have decided on the song that you love to sing, how can we make it fit your voice? I already hinted at it. Number 1 is actually training your voice to sing that song. What I mean by that is learning the different techniques that are required to sing a certain song. If I want to sing Mariah Carey, I might have to learn all about whistle register. If I want to sing heavy metal, I might have to learn about vocal effects that I can put on my voice. So depending on the song that you want to sing, there might be some vocal techniques that you have to master in order to sing that song. Do you want to sing Jessie J? Maybe you need to learn some belting, right? So looking at the vocal technique and actually train your voice in order to sing that song, it might seem obvious, but that's an important part of the process. Number 2, you can take a song and change the key. Now, many singers, especially beginner singers, they see that as cheating. So what I mean, let's back up for just a little bit. What I mean with changing the key. So imagine that I want to sing a song, for example, Halo from Beyonce, that goes like this. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. Say that's the song that you want to sing. I could change the key, which means singing that song a tone higher or lower. So if you tell me this is way too high for me, well, what happens if we sing it like this? Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace, which is lower than what we started off with. And again, many beginner singers, they say, well, that's cheating. It's not as hard as what Beyonce is doing. And I totally get that. However, Beyonce chose her key of where this song fits, depending on where her voice shines the best. And we need to be doing the same. We're not Beyonce. Maybe my voice will shine more if I put this song into a higher key. Maybe my voice will shine more if I put this song in a lower key. So it's a matter of finding your key. And that will already do a massive shift in what becomes possible for you for some songs. Now, disclaimer that I tell all my singers that I work with, changing the key is key to make your voice shine in a song. However, if you're changing the key because you're avoiding some kind of challenge, then that's not the right reason to change the key. With that, I'm saying, if your goal is to sing the high notes with lots of power, that's your goal. You're choosing a song with high notes that require a lot of power. That will require you to learn the specific vocal technique to sing that. However, if you then change the key where those high notes are not as high anymore, well, then what's the purpose, right? Now, if you tell me, I have a concert tomorrow, I need to sing this song and it just doesn't fit my voice. Okay, let's look at it. What happens if we're changing the key? And does that make it easier? Oh, yes, it does. Okay, great. Now, go sing that song in that key for your concert. And then after your concert, we can focus on the vocal training to get you in that original key. So changing keys is not a bad thing. It's just using it to your advantage. That's what matters. So let's recap. 1, the right vocal training. 2, changing the key of the song. Now 3 is changing the melody or the rhythm or the pulse or the breaks in this song. So say, for example, Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Say that I'm having difficulty with this. You might decide to alternate it too. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. So instead of now, I took the pitch and I put it lower. Now. As long as it fits the harmony and the chords and the music that is being played, like, why not? Right? So take a song and then adjust it so that it fits your voice. You could even say, it's going too slowly for me. I'm running out of breath. Well, what if we adjust the tempo? Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Maybe we can make it jazzy. So do you see that there are many, many different options for you to sing the song that you love to sing? And the main thing is to not let yourself be limited by a label that you might have received in the past. Once we have let go of that, we can look at what does it take when you have chosen that song that you love to make it fit your voice. One is obvious, the vocal training. The second one is changing the key. And the third one is further adjustments. For example, changing the melody, changing the rhythm, changing the pulse, whatever that might look for you. The key here is to make the song fit your voice. And that's all there is to it. And that's what all those big artists do too. Why do you think they're writing their own songs? Because it's songs that fit their voices. And we need to be able to do that as well when singing covers. Now, as I said, the first element is actually the most important one, the training, vocal training. And one element that is super important in the world of vocal training is developing your mixed voice. Because your mixed voice will allow you to sing high notes with lots of power and low notes with lots of power and all the notes in between. So mixed voice will allow you to feel that vocal freedom that we're all after. Now, I could do a whole episode about mixed voice, and I have, so I will cue it up for you right here. I will link to it in the description down below. And my invitation to you would really be to go through that video first, and then we can move and build on top of that. So I will see you in that video, and if not, I hope to see you here again soon next week for our next episode. Talk soon. Bye.